Quadeca and Breakins are two of my favorite artists of literally all time. And I was thinking, wow, Hypochondriac's a really great album. And then I was also thinking, wow, Vanisher Horizon Scraper is a really great album. What album do I like more? Now, this video is very stressful for me, okay? I was thinking of this video and I also asked y'all if you would be interested in a video like this, and people said yes. I'm scared because I don't want to anger a fan base. I love both these boys, okay? Pause. I love both of them. Two of my favorite albums of all time, literally in my top 10 albums I've ever heard in my life, as well as two of my favorite artists of all time. And I have a bias towards one artist. Like, one of these artists is my favorite, and if you know me, you know who it is. But song for song, kind of tough. And I match made these songs. Now, just a disclaimer, this is only my opinion. If you disagree with me, if you think one song's better than the other, that's totally cool. Everyone is open to their own opinion. Just don't get mad at me for it, okay? If I like one song more than the other, it doesn't affect you. It's just a fun video to make. Now, a warning, I did get rid of No Questions Asked. There might be another song I took off, but I know for sure I got rid of No Questions Asked. Just because the track list, like, there was one extra song. So I scrapped that one because I felt like the matchups made more sense this way. And I also rearranged some of the track lists. Like, I have Caffeine taking on Great Bakunawa later in the video. I just think it makes more sense, like, from a song standpoint, you know? I didn't want to do Waging War or Ruin My Life versus Caffeine. It just felt kind of crazy. So we're going to go through all these songs. We're going to match make them. We're going to say what songs are better and why. I'll give you my best explanation as to why I believe it is. This is the first time I'm doing this with a face cam. Hello, everyone. All right. And before we get into it, if you're new around here, leave a like on this video. Comment anything you want on this video. Be civil about it, though. And hit that subscribe button with the bell notification so you never miss out on an upload. Let's get right into it with our first matchup. Alright, for our first matchup, we have Waging War taking on Bugging. Now, this one's tough. Waging War is absolutely beautiful. It is just such a great experience of a song. It grew on me more and more with every listen. I think the song is very important in the grand scheme of the story of Vanisher Horizon Scraper. If you don't know the full story, I made a video explaining the story, link in bio, okay? Alright, anyway, shameless plug, let's move on. Waging War is very important to the story of Vanisher Horizon Scraper. It is a beautiful song. Olika absolutely kills it with her feature on the vocals. Quadeca's lyrics are great on this. They're very strong, like I said, very important to this overhaul, like, story. The way the instrumental builds, the way the chorus builds, the way it hits that last time it repeats the chorus. Oh my god, it's literally like, he builds such a world and it consumes you, and it's so well done. Also, the rap verse at the end of the song, which I used to not like, now I love that part. I love the ending of this song. Very important, and it's just fantastic, and it's taking on Bugging, which is one of my favorite songs on Hypochondriac, honestly. The song's absolutely a banger. Very catchy. The writing is fun. It gives you a great intro to the story of Hypochondriac as well. I love the way it starts. You want to know where I've been, now you'll find out, and then it's just like the music starts. This is where he's been cooking, you know? Oh, I can't, god, get geeked up over it. Anyways, Bugging is fantastic. Vocals are great. Breakins is a fantastic singer, and he shows it off. I love the weird, you know, experimental vocal effects on this song even. Right away, he's just hitting us with some weird stuff, but it is one of the easier listens on Hypochondriac. As all-around songs, I'm giving the edge to Waging War. I do think Waging War is an overall better song with a more grand element in a musical sense. So it's going to be 1-0 Vanisher. For my next matchup, I have Ruin My Life taking on Venus Flytrap. Oh god, my hairline is receding. I'm stressed. Ruin My Life starts with this absolutely lovely acoustic guitar. Quadeca's voice and his singing is some of the best he's ever had in any song ever. The lyrics are devastating, literally so devastating. The hook on this one's super catchy. I love when Harry Wilkinson of Maruja comes in and gives us this little spoken word moment, and it hits. And then when the beat drops and the drums come in and it's the what have you done part, oh my god, it's so good. And the last like 40 seconds of the song is truly life-changing. Ruin my life, but it changed mine. That's what the song should be called. Ruin my life, but it'll change yours. It's so good. Taking on Venus Flytrap, which is just a staple song on Hypochondriac. Absolute banger, okay? The writing is so crazy. It's freaky deaky. It just is. Venus Flytrap, this lady, this woman, whoever he be bagging. Venus Flytrap is like a Venus Flytrap. She's trapping him, and he uses a lot of play on words, calling her Medusa because she lures him in like this and all this stuff, right? It's very deep. Venus Flytrap is a very excellent song. And I think all around, if I had to choose one of these songs to like put on casually, I'm gonna pick Venus Flytrap. I think it is a more important song to Hypochondriac than Ruin My Life is to Vanisher, even though Ruin My Life is an absolute perfect song. I think Venus Flytrap takes this one just slightly. It's very close, but I did lean with Venus Flytrap. So now it's 1-1. Then we have Godstained taking on Teeth. Godstained was the first single Quebec released for this album. My God, is it beautiful. The guitar is insane. The vocals are incredible. Again, Autumn Olika just kills it with the backing vocals. I love the shakers on this song. It's got such a catchy... Oh my God, the flute. It's life-changing. It really is. The story of the song being about this sailor character stumbling upon this bottle of windshield wiper fluid in the ocean, wanting this bottle to be something more, wanting it to have a message within it, left by whoever left this bottle, and him comparing it to like a relationship. It's so deep. Again, explained on my channel. It's taking on Teeth, which is just a phenomenal song, honestly. It's very crazy. The ending of the song's overwhelming, but I think that's like a good thing for this album. Talking about his crooked teeth here, okay? It's a very catchy song. I do think it falls down on the track list, like, of my personal favorites on Hypochondriac, so you guys know where I'm going with this. I think Godstained is a better song than Teeth, and I don't know who's going to debate me on that. I think that's kind of just the truth, but if you feel differently, I'd love to know. It's going to be 2-1 Vanisher. And moving on, we have At a Time Like This taking on Intellectual Greed. Intellectual Greed, At a Time Like This. At a Time Like This, I think, is one of the most underrated tracks ever. It's literally like in my top 10 Quedeca songs of all time. Absolutely insane song. The way this song progresses and the instrumental, just the chord progression, the key changes, everything about it is so good. The chorus is amazing. Great hook. It just gets more and more catchy every time. The way the instrumental builds around it and progresses is phenomenal. It literally is. Like, I can't even put into words how great it is. The rap verse at the end is so good. All around, this song's just truly life-changing, and I think it's one of the best on Vanisher. Probably top 3 for me. Then it's taking on Intellectual Greed, which again, probably top 3 on Hypochondriac for me. Absolute banger. The part when the like drums come in and the guitar goes crazy, and it's just, oh my god. The writing's fantastic. There's some crazy lyrics in here, actually, like the bassline one and stuff. Just the wordplay and the schemes in the song are absolutely great. But again, as an all-around song, I think At a Time Like This takes it. I do. So it's gonna be 3-1 Vanisher. I think At a Time Like This is just phenomenal. My camera just cut out. Anyways, 3-1 Vanisher. Don't worry, it's not gonna be a blowout. Moving on, we have Monday taking on 5G. Again, stressful. Monday is a very lovely, beautiful written, like, love song. It's showing Quedeca go through different times of the year, you know, reminiscing on this love, being nervous to express his love because of the way his partner may act. All this stuff, it's so well written, so beautiful. The instrumental is just gorgeous. It's fantastic. The strings are great. Everything about it's fantastic. The chorus, oh my god, I can't. Song is so emotional, so well done. It's taking on 5G, which is just a staple song on Hypochondriac. Literally, like, probably one of the most iconic, top 3, like, most iconic Hypochondriac songs for sure. And it's just a banger, very catchy. It catches your attention right away. Written about, like, you know, the impact of social media and how it's affected Braken's life, but also kind of changed it. Like, it's such a bittersweet thing. The writing is very interesting, very, very, like, important and well done. The instrumental's crazy. The vocal, like, effects are sick. And this is just a banger. I think it is a more important song to the story of Hypochondriac, once again, than Monday is to Vanisher, even though Monday is, like, an absolute delight. I'm gonna give it to 5G ever so slightly, okay? It's gonna be 3-2 now. Moving on. Dancing Without Moving versus CBD. This one's easy for me, to be honest. Dancing Without Moving is absolutely electric, okay? It's probably the most catchy song on Vanisher, right next to, like, Godstained. Just wonderful. The writing on this is so much deeper than I even knew when I first heard it, and then when I really started looking into it, I was like, Jesus. It's just comparing himself to the night sky because the world, like, rotates, and he's disconnecting his self from all of his friends and family and loved ones to continue on his voyage, you know, doing his own thing, trying to ask the world to show him what he's been missing out by letting things like love and others distract him. It's deep. Taking on CBD, of course, Chillin' by Death, CBD. This song is very catchy, but I do think people would agree with me that it's one of the weaker songs on Hypochondriac. It's still a banger. It's, again, just super catchy. I love the groove to it, but from a song standpoint, Dancing Without Moving clears this one pretty easily for me. I think this is the easiest round so far. So that's going to make it 4-2 in favor of Vanisher. Moving on to That's Why versus Stung. That's Why is a very important song on this album. Starts off with one of the deepest rap verses that we've gotten from Quedeca in quite some time. You know, it's speaking on things like his hair falling out, the way it's turning gray due to stress and feeling like he had more to say. When he's blessed, I don't know, I was a poet and didn't even know it. And then the acoustic guitar comes in, and it's so beautiful, and his chorus on this, the hook, that's why, alright, that's why, alright. I better have thrown some auto-tune on that bad boy and let it slap. Absolute banger, very good song. The production on both of these albums is insane, but the production on That's Why it goes insane for me. It's like the strings are so great, it's so chaotic in moments, and then it's so beautiful. It's a crazy song, and it's taking on Stung, which that ending to the song when he said, homie, get a grip, I said, asleep on it. That, it goes crazy. The metaphor of the song, I want a honey, now I'm gonna get stung. Oh my god. Just a great, like, writing perspective. It's very good. I love the instrumental. I think this one's very catchy as well. Just a great hook, great writing all around. I'm giving it to That's Why. I'm sorry. That's Why is a better song in my opinion. It's gonna be 5-2 Vanisher, but don't worry, we got a lot of rounds left, okay? I'm looking at the matchups, and it's gonna get juicy. Then I did the interlude tracks, I Dream About Sinking versus Preparation Exercise 7. This one might be controversial, okay? I Dream About Sinking is a very beautiful piece of music put together. It's about this character, you know, he's literally dreaming about sinking, a metaphor to the story. I think it's a very beautiful, like, song and storyline perspective, and I think it matters more within the movie version of this album rather than the musical version of this album, if that makes sense. And it's taking on Preparation Exercise, which is just a chaotic, like, mess, but in a very, like, necessary way. I'm not the biggest fan of ambient music, okay? So, although I love my boy Quedeca, I think I'm going to give this one the Preparation Exercise because I feel like it's a little bit more creative and just insane. And that one's probably controversial because I know I Dream About Sinking actually is pretty praised amongst this album. But I'm going to give it to Preparation Exercise. I think it's just sonically a more interesting, crazy song, even if I Dream About Sinking is a more important one, if that makes any sense. Then we have Natural Causes taking on Argyle. Natural Causes is sick. It's got a very cool background, like backstory to it, you know. Quedeca's character is getting all these signals of ships going missing and these sailors going missing and all this stuff, and he feels like something's after him. He's very paranoid about it, whether it's the great Bakunawa from later in the story or depression chasing him, which is what I think it is. And the progression of this instrumental and everything about it's just so fantastic. I love the way it builds, and I think it's a very catchy song. And it's taking on Argyle, which is a very, very crazy song. Very emotional and impactful and heartbreaking, and you can really feel it in his voice, especially when he screams at the end of the song. I'm gonna give this one to Argyle. I think it's a more interesting listen, easier listen as well. Natural Causes is so sick, but in a very close round, I'm gonna give the edge to Argyle here, even though I do think this one could go either way. And then I matched up Thunder versus Deepfake. I don't know. I did. This one's so tough, okay, because, like, I want to give this one a tie right off rips. Thunder is the banger of this album, okay? It goes absolutely insane. It's like a drill Quedeca song. I can't get enough of it. This is the song I play the most on this album, even though I don't think it's my favorite one. It's the one I play the most. It's just, it goes crazy, okay? The writing is actually very fun. Don't look me in the eye of the storm, Thunder. You got it. He controls the weather. You know, it's like his mafia boss god tier moment. It's crazy. Taking on Deepfake, which is, it's just the most important song on Hypochondriac. It's you know, Braken's feeling like he is a deepfake character with the life that he's living. It's very emotional, very deep, very stripped back in the beginning. That beat hits, oh my god, it's insane. This is the most important song on Hypochondriac, and I think for that reason I have to give it to Deepfake. I do, which means this is gonna be a tie score. But this one was so tough, it kind of hurts. Like, I think I'd listen to Thunder more than Deepfake, but I think Deepfake's a better all-around song, especially for an impact standpoint on an album. Alright, got it out of the way. Now here's where we switch up the track list like crazy, because I have the Great Bakunawa taking on Caffeine. Of course, Caffeine's the second song on Hypochondriac. I just didn't think it made sense to go against Ruin My Life. If you don't like that, that's totally cool. Great Bakunawa, It's a fantastic song with a great Danny Brown feature, rapping from the perspective of the great Bakunawa. Can you believe it? I can't, and it's a thing. He absolutely kills it, no pun there, and Quedeca's rapping is insane. The hook on this is like terrifying, and this song's very horrifying, but like it's meant to be, and it's so sick. It's one of my favorites on this album. Taking on Caffeine, which is just a great time. The way I'm acting, you probably think I'm on so much of it. I am. Caffeine is a perfect song name for the song because it literally sounds caffeinated, and you can literally hear this man sip in the microphone before he goes off. Instrumental's wild. The ending of this song, oh my god, especially when that guitar comes in and he starts like auto-tune singing. Oh, it's all around just such a great time. But I do think a better song is The Great Bakunawa. I think it's more interesting. I think it's better produced. I think it's better written. Everything about it. I gotta give it to The Great Bakunawa. So it's gonna be 6-5 in favor of Vanisher. And now our second to last matchup is one of the toughest ones we got, because it's Foregone versus Introvert. These are respectively my favorite songs off of each album against each other. And that's gonna make me cry, okay, and crash out. Foregone, absolutely beautiful piano ballad with Quedeca singing his little heart out. Obviously, this song is very emotional, very impactful. It's 8 minutes, which is insane. And this is one of those songs where it doesn't feel like it's dragging. It's like the quickest 8 minutes you'll ever experience. It's so powerful. The way he's slamming on the piano keys, it just hits. It really does. And then that ending instrumental, of course, is just such a breakthrough before the end of this story, like the album closer being Casper. It's a fantastic song. The writing is insane. The way he flips like the teddy bear perspective and nobody being there for him except himself is just so tough. All he can do is remain. I'm not going to deep dive every song because, again, I have videos on both of these albums if you haven't checked them out, explaining the story. So you guys can check those out. I can't wink. And then for Introvert, just such a depressing song. It really is. Stripped back breaking song until that ending, of course. Very real, very heartbreaking, very relatable in ways. And then that ending where he just is so angry about this situation. It hits so hard. This is one of those rounds too where I wish I could give it a tie. I'm going to tell you right now though, I think Foregone is the greatest song I've ever heard in my lifetime. So as great as Introvert is, it has to go to Vanisher, which means it's going to be 7-5 now with 1 round to go. So all right, let's just see who gets the next round. Casper taking on Hypochondriac, both the album closers on their respective albums. Casper is insane, okay? It's mostly performed by Maruja. Harry of Maruja carries a song with a great vocal, like godlike performance, okay? He's talking as like a god figure in this song. It's just such a great narration. The instrumental's insane. The saxophone's insane. The drums are crazy. The production is the greatest thing you'll ever hear in your life. That ending when you're coming up and down out of the water, everyone's talking about it. If you know these albums, if you know Vanisher, this is the moment of the album. It's the highest high, okay? Taking on Hypochondriac, which is just the most stripped back breaking song. It never progresses to anything crazier like these other songs like Introvert. And that it needs that to close out the album. It's absolutely depressing. The singing is heartbreaking. The lyrics are heartbreaking. It's a very necessary song for this album, but we're lying if we say that it's better than Casper. So I'm gonna give it to Casper, which means Vanisher is gonna win this video 8-5. Kind of a crazy score, but if you know, I wasn't gonna say nothing to anyone new watching. I'm sure you could catch on behind me, but Quedeca is my favorite artist of all time. So is there some bias? I'm sure. I just think Vanisher is, in my lifetime, it's the best piece of music I've ever heard, and it's a perfect album. And I also think Hypochondriac is quite close to being perfect. They're both in my top 5, Vanisher being number 1. Of course, it's going to win this. I think it has a lot of replay value on certain songs, and even more so than Hypochondriac in some aspects. But again, this is just a tough matchup. It really is. If you like breakins more, you're probably going to lean towards some of the songs that I voted against. But being me, who's a diehard Quedeca fan, he's my number 1 artist, is my number 1 album, I'm going to lean towards it a little bit more. If you disagreed with any of these matchups, let me know. Let me know what you scored this, you know? I'd love to see. Give me reasons if you'd like. And yeah, if you're new around here, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.